Hey everyone, it's officially January 20th, and here is my evening news rundown to all those who have become paid subscribers in the past 24 hours to my channel. Thank you so much. If you have not yet done so and you want to support my work, please click the button below and become a paid subscriber today. Today, Donald Trump and JD Vance were sworn in as the next president and vice president of the United States. I watched the inauguration, so you don't have to. I'm going to do a rundown of where everything stands at the moment in terms of executive actions and day one orders issued by Donald Trump. But before I do that, I do want to take a personal moment and say that the media, the mainstream media, and the legacy media are already trying to normalize Donald Trump and JD Vance. For the past several years, we have heard how Donald Trump is this major threat to our democracy. And yet, just minutes before Donald Trump was sworn into office, the media has already changed its tune to even praising Donald Trump, to avoiding fact checking him, to avoiding holding him accountable. Now, a key tenet of our democracy is the freedom of the press, and a good free press is one that not just provides the unvarnished truth, but holds political leaders to account. And while the mainstream media won't do it, I will, because I think it is so important that at least independent journalism holds our leaders accountable, fights for the truth, the unvarnished truth. And that's my commitment to you. So if you become a paid subscriber, you are supporting that work. Now, let's do a quick breakdown in under 5 or 6 minutes of where things stand, where things are going, and what you should expect on the first day of the new Trump Vance administration. Now, President Biden, even before he left office, he issued several pardons today. He issued preemptive pardons for his siblings and their spouses. He issued pardons for all members of the January 6th committee, along with General Mark Milley and Dr. Anthony Fauci. Donald Trump is expected to sign a plethora of executive orders today, including the 90-day extension for TikTok, along with an executive order renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, Mount Denali to Mount McKinley. What the president can and has the power via executive order to change the name of geographic areas, and he is going to do so. But just because he does that doesn't mean other countries have to recognize the name changes. And as you know, Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum, has already pushed back on that. Donald Trump has also or will be signing an executive order that withdraws the United States from the Paris Climate Accords. He will issue a national emergency declaration for the southern border, and his administration has already suspended the use of an app called CBP1, which has allowed asylum seekers in the past to make appointments with U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agents to seek humanitarian asylum in the United States. So asylum is currently suspended in the United States. Mass deportations are scheduled to begin as soon as today, but probably tomorrow in cities like Chicago, San Antonio, New York, Los Angeles, and elsewhere. Donald Trump announced that he will be taking back the Panama Canal, although he did not make clear whether he would do that with military force. And Panama's president has made clear today in a new statement that the Panama Canal is and will always be Panamanian. Law enforcement has already closed the port of entry in El Paso, Texas, to migrants attempting to enter. General Mark Milley, following Trump's inauguration and the pardon, had his portrait removed from the Pentagon. Elon Musk, during a speech today at Capital One Arena, where the parade for the inauguration is held, gave a Nazi-style salute. You can watch that video. I posted it on my social media platforms, and it's circulating online. So you can watch that as well. Trump will also sign executive orders that will end federal DEI programs. He will also reinstitute his Remain in Mexico policy, Title 42, and the ending the catch and release policy, as he calls it, that the Biden administration has been doing at the border. In total, he will sign 11 immigration-related executive orders by the end of the day, or potentially by the end of the week. He will also move to end birthright citizenship in America. If you know what birthright citizenship is, it's the concept that if you are born in the United States, you are an American citizen. It is codified in the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution and cannot just be unilaterally ended via executive order. Donald Trump would have to get a constitutional amendment to do that. China has signaled, according to the Wall Street Journal, that for the first time it won't necessarily block a deal to keep TikTok in the United States. And one thing of note, Donald Trump's executive orders do not include the imposition of tariffs on countries like China, Mexico, and Canada. That's all the news right now. It is a very, very busy day. And it's going to be an even busier week and an even busier next 4 years. But I want you to know my commitment to you is simple. You're going to get the truth. You're going to get the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. I will never be afraid of Donald Trump. I'm not afraid of his administration. I'm going to hold him and his administration accountable on this platform and my other platforms, regardless of censorship, regardless of anything he may claim to try to do. The free press is just far too important. So, to all those who have subscribed, thank you. Thank you for watching this video. And I will see you potentially later this evening on live. And if not, then tomorrow morning for my morning news breakdown.